And 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's cool. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about how to shoot in tight spaces, because I'm sure a lot of you have gotten called out on jobs. You get to the location, you look around and you realize, dang, this place is a lot smaller than I expected. So what do? You open your camera bag and you realize all you got is a 50mm portrait lens. And since the room is so small, you can't really move the camera back away far enough to get a wider shot. There's an easy fix, and that is to get a wide angle lens. What's great about a wide angle lens is that you can get more of the shot in the scene, even if you don't have a lot of room. Today I'm going to share with you a dance video that I just put out that uses a 24mm and a 50mm to shoot in a tighter space. So first of all, let's check out that video.
Hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. Let me see you hit this party jumping as it can be. Get this party jumping as it can be. I came to get this party jumping.
So as you can see, it is a sweet, sweet space. It's got arcades flanking the left, the right, far the wall, and the back wall, and in the middle of it all is the arcade floor. But if you're just getting into shooting dance videos, this location might be kind of tight for you to shoot in. So when I shoot dance videos, I like to have a lot of room, and that's because I want to be able to move the camera left and right, towards the dancer, away from the dancer. So when you're in a tight spot like this, what do? This is where using different lenses can come in handy, and for this video I used two different lenses, a 24mm and a 50mm. Let's talk about the 24mm first. So this is a wide angle lens, and why is this such a great lens to use in a tight space? Because you don't need as much room to see the whole picture. I can get the ceiling, the floor, both the left and the right walls, with plenty of room to spare. And because this is such a wide angle lens, I can quickly move towards the dancer, away from the dancer, to create a sense of movement without even cutting any of the dancer's head or feet off. So when you shoot on a wide angle lens with a lot of objects close to the camera like the arcade machines, it heightens the movement and brings a sense of speed because things are moving past the lens quickly. Now this is a unique feature to the wide angle lens, which is why I recommend it if you want to create a sense of movement and energy when moving towards or away from your subject. This lens is also great when you want to reveal a lot of information in a single shot. If you take a look at this one, you can see what our subject is doing as well as the environment he is in. There's a lot of story being shown in this single shot. So then why would I want to use a 50mm if I can get everything done with the 24? Well, let's take a look at some of the shots that I did with the 50mm lens. So this shot right here was done using the 50mm lens, and when I use this lens, it separates the dancer away from the background. And you can see it doesn't capture as much information about the space like the wide angle lens did. You don't see the ceiling, and you only see a few of the machines on the side. It squeezes in the image a bit. I mean, look at the distance between the Street Fighter 2 machine and the Rampage machine in the 50mm shot and the 24. Completely different vibe. And when I move closer to the dancer, like in this shot, the background falls way off and he becomes much more pronounced, emphasizing his moves even more. I also used the 50mm in shots of him playing the game because I really wanted to evoke the feeling of getting sucked into the game. Using the 50mm, the background completely drops off and we could focus in on the controls, his hands, his face. It's dialed into the player, not the entirety of the room. So the next time you're in a tight space, be sure you have at least these two lenses, the 24 and the 50. The 24 is going to give you insurance to make sure you can get enough of the shot that you need to get in, even if you're in a tight space and can't move the camera back. The 50 will bring you closer to your subject so you can get rid of any potential background distractions and focus in just on them. So if you have any questions about how to shoot in a tight space, feel free to drop me a comment below, or you can reach me on my website, which is dream19.com. If you're a small business, if you're a musician, a dancer, anybody who needs a video for yourself, feel free to also contact me on my website under the Hire Me tab. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you within 48 hours. Keep dreaming, and we'll see you next time.